Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29. Having the very first 200 plus subscriber celebration stream. And I must admit, I cannot do this without you, the subscribers. And I was hoping to have a couple of friends turn up to join us in this, and should any of them decide to turn up, of course they're going to be brought in. And I must admit, it's really been a long journey trying to reach this point. Well, seeing that also today is New Comic Book Day. Oh, we've got Lord present with us. Good to see you, Lord. I hope you're doing well. And I'm glad you're able to make it to the live stream. Well, today also being New Comic Book Day for me here in Australia. All right. I'll also show some comics that I'll probably be getting. Good to hear. So, jumping into the share screen. I'll show you some of the DC comics that I'm meant to be expecting today, or that I'll be getting from my LCS. All right. The first one is Nightwing, that you can see there. The Superman Red and Blue, the last issue. I'm not getting the Clown Hunter one. The character really hasn't got my attention that much. I will be getting the next issue of Shazam to check out. Seeing that I heard that the first one wasn't too bad at all. So basically in my list today, I've got The Legends of the Dark Knight, issue 4. Has been a pretty good series so far. Nightwing, issue 83, Superman Red and Blue. For the indie comics, I'm getting Radiant Black. He is just another Red Hood character. Val, yes. Some believe he is that way, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wasn't that interested in picking up the secret files on him. For the manga and trades, I am also getting the Radiant Black Volume 1. And that's part of the indie. I'm also getting... What else was in that list? Just pulling it up now. Oh, that's right. Also this week, there is the George Orwell's 1984 graphic novel coming out, which I'm looking forward to reading through. I've already read through the book, and it's so very relevant for what's happening today. I'm also getting the Crimson Flower trade paperback, which is written by Matt Kinn And that is a crazy story. It's basically got to do with a young lady who was taught to be an assassin by her father. And to add on top of that, she likes the drugs. Hey! Thank you. Hey, good to see you, Wookie Lives Matter. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, and it's good to see you made it. I'm not too sure if anyone else will turn up. I have sent some invitations out. I know that some invitations were unable to be met because of other people's prior engagements, but that's all right. I hope they also enjoy their time as well. So, Wookie, I'm not too sure if I've got if I'm following you on my Twitter. I know I'm following your channel, but I don't think I'm following on your Twitter. Well, isn't that just awful with a sense of humor? You mean with the Crimson Namat Kint book, Lord? The Crimson Flower, which I just brought up before? I got a lifetime. Oh, how crazy is that? Well, also being a 200 plus subscriber stream, I thought I'd be able to use this to talk about other things as well. So we might be able to use this to maybe talk about some of the current things that are happening in relation to what's presently happening in regards to a phantom virus. I'll just call it that for now. Because I've also got this live stream also added to the Joker's Wild live stream, and I think this would be officially the first connected to it. And to those who don't know the Joker's Wild website, let me share a link to the website. There we go. Oh, no, it's right there. All right. Here's the link to the Joker's Wild website. I don't have Twitter. Lord, that might be a good choice for you. What's this? I said some very insensitive things. All right, what I'll do is I'll also share this website. Here. And as you can see, I do cover quite a number of things on the Joker's Wild. And of course, we've got Chaos in the headlines, revisiting the Phantom Virus Cultists 101, 1 year on. Challenges for the known, to which I use sort of like the challenges of the unknown, because it's very DC centered. The joke's on you. I don't side with Comicsgate or anti-Comicsgate. I prefer a balanced approach. Then the list goes on. It's the cold of COVID. Just a couple of things. And I don't get to really talk a lot in regards to this. Of course, we've got one of our other people who work on the blog, and that's the Lazy Scholar. I'm not too sure if he'll make it to... Yes, of course there's the anti-CG. The craziness. And of course, we've got those who are sort of like promoting their form of CG now. I know. It's... then there's gatekeeping, the medical... Oh, this is something else I covered as well in the cult of COVID. The medical and scientific math of... oh, I forgot this. It's the phantom virus. Then we've got like a couple of others on here. So it's nice to actually share some stuff from this particular website, as I don't get to do it very much. Oh, hold on. We've had someone join us. And I'd like you all to welcome Tavier Smolka. Thank you very much for turning up.
Anytime, man. I won't be staying long because I'll shoot my voice so that, well, no.
No problem. Congrats, no problem.
Congrats, man, 200.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
What's that? CG is...
But depending on the artist. Yep.
I do admit there are those of sort of like one side of the CG that are putting out some good content. One thing I would like to get a hold of, and yeah, it's sort of like connected to EVS, because I did end up getting his Cyber Frog. What was it, Blood Honey, or the first one that he ended up putting out? I did read through it. There were some things in it I enjoyed, as well as things in it that I thought needed a little bit of help. Apart from that, it was really enjoyable for what it was. I just hope his second story improves a little bit more, or the next story improves a little bit more. But one thing I would like to get is his Rainbow Brute. But as far as I know, I think it's only got one comic for it, and it's not coming out as a graphic novel. And I think it would probably be better if it did come out as a graphic novel. And
hi, Lord.
Lord says hi to you. Of course, I got the EVS one, and that was really nice. Of course, I ended up getting the Douglas Ernst one, and I really enjoyed that because the Douglas Ernst one sort of appeals to something that I really enjoy, and that is sort of like the area of the supernatural. All right. Wookie Lives Matter says, I'm waiting for White Cat Comics new book.
Witch Hunter should be done with Christmas, they said.
Well, I hope they keep their...
Witch Hunter, no comments. I know Demon Slayer, and that's it.
I hope they keep their word. With that, Wookie Lives Matter. Apart from that, I have been reading a lot of indie comics, but I've also been covering a lot of DC comics on my channel, as you can see.
Well, we got webcomic for DC coming out now, and Marvel news, and Hickman news and X-Men, which broke my heart. Because, goddamn Marvel, Hickman X-Men was amazing. Why did they screw it up again?
Yeah. Oh, did you want to bring up something that was that you brought up something on your channel?
Yeah.
I think it was having to do with webtoons.
Yep.
Would you be able to share what's happening with that, Tevye? Because I haven't had the time to watch the video yet. So.
Oh yeah. But basically, from my video, as I said, doing that, it looks like DC doing the webtoon now. Kind of, sort of. It's kind of complicated. But short version. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'll probably share the article.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want my ego. All right, guys, can you see?
Yep.
Yeah, here it is. Did you care kind of with webcomic to deal with webtoon? These should be featured some upcoming webcomics due to the new deal with the Warmer Ages Entertainment. And you're going to webtoon on myself Koreans in the coming Navia. Good. All fans, without the need to know, we didn't previous stories. For now, DC webtoon on covering detail about the departed and moving the state with DC superheroes, which includes Superman, Batwoman, Flash, and Green Lantern, Aquaman. Yeah, this sounds small, doesn't it? Did you go for the English or other language translations? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. They don't all crap, but made it short. But these doing webtoons now, kind of, sort of. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm very intrigued about this. Oh, hello, Eric Green.
Hey, good to see you, Eric Breen, and thanks for making it to the 200 subscriber special.
Oh, speaking of it, tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh, awesome! You got anything special planned?
No, I may do Q&A maybe if I plan it, if I'm not, but how about doing something? Like during the week I did my birthday early. That was fun.
Yep. I'm not too sure if you've noticed or not, but there's something different with this live stream.
Yeah, I know it. I
The background.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you, Inks Manga. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for making it to the subscriber special. Well, one of the
so you pay the money in order to get the background stuff. Upgrade the thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, one of the goals that I also had planned to do on the channel is getting sort of like three part video, and it's got to do with Reborn by Akira Amano, and
Nice.
I've already got the first part prepared, but I need to work on completing the second part and the third part. So at least I'm happy that I've got the first part prepared, and that one, or that first video, is literally ready to go out. I just need to work on getting the second video done. So I'd rather the audience notice than not. So it's a good thing, because the next volume after Soul Eater 2, I then begin reading Reborn volumes 5, 6, 7, and 8. And after that, I'll be working, or pretty much after the first two are done, I'll be preparing the review, starting to prepare the video. That video will be uploaded. And once the third part is completed, I'm not too sure if I want to put all the videos up on the same day, like probably have them be premiered, or do them on 3 separate days. Now, this is where I'm happy to hear what the audience has to say. Hear what the subscribers have to say. So if they'd like to see it all on, like when it's all complete, would they like to see it the first part, second part, and third part go up all on the same day? Or would they like to see it go up on 3 separate days? Because a lot of my videos that are presently done right now, they go up on separate days. But if these go up, they're not going to be going up as sort of like normal videos. They will go up as premieres. And that's how it will go up on the channel. So this, I'm willing to listen to what the audience has to say.
I say go for it.
So I'm not too sure who else is here. I did see Inks Manga before.
Yep.
Eric.
Speaking
Green.
of anime and manga, what the new Evangelion movie? Jesus Christ, that recap was dark and fucked up. Like, what the fuck did I watch? Then again, I ain't gonna the movie yet, but holy shit, that movie, that the recap was dark. I mean, kid died, one kid gets head blown off, but what? What the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ.
I haven't even seen those yet, but you know what? I am going to have to find time to actually watch them. And
the new one is out right now. That's the one I was watching. It's actually recap entire series.
Oh, okay. So you've been rewatching like an older?
No. The new movie I watched.
The new one. Okay. So that's something I'm going to have to try to get a hold to doing. My goodness, I've got a busy week happening this week with some of the videos that are coming out. I've already shared with Tevier already some of the videos that will be coming out for this week. And I won't reveal what days they're coming out, but I've got one day this week, a Star Wars video, which is Star Wars related.
Oh, nice. Speaking of Star Wars, we got a trailer of Visions that came out today. I didn't do a trailer to it yet. I would show it, but no, I can't wait to do the cowboy bullshit. It's weird, man. I hate you just cowboy bullshit so much. I'm fucking stupid. Oh, speaking of news from Marvel, this came out just now.
Oh, this shit. Oh, what's that on? What's that covering?
Spider-Man Beyond. With my cousin Ben, Moblin, and Craven.
Should be.
Good to Ben Riley got to fight with the both Craven and Mobius. Why? I have no idea. The cover's amazing though, with the cover. I think that's Black Widow. Huh. Interesting covers. That's Craven.
Yep.
Yeah. That's creepy.
That one I like.
Yeah, that one was cool.
That looks interesting.
That one looks weird.
It does.
Very creepy, mate. What the fuck? It's an eyeball. What the fuck? Yeah. Weird. When the creeper gets a hard mission, the mission repeated absent, changing martial art match to the daughter of the dragon. The rest side issue title remains by 78.BEY. What? BEY standing for Beyond, as in been by Beyond, Air employees and Beyond Corporate inside Beyonce fans. What? Whatever. Side issue by Jen McKay and interview about the powers of poison history. Oh, I knew you ended up seeing Star. Who? I know who that is. whatever. Don't not even a review about the power or put in the story. Of course. I don't know if you always find beyond thing. This is kind of red flag for me, but who knows? But he's 7 years old. Yeah, time flies. To repeat it as another at the Sony game.
It almost sounds like it's meant to be like that 20. Is it the 2099 stuff that they did at Marvel?
No, this ain't 2099. It's to expect after next month leaves. And Prince Spider Beyond, it's gonna Ben Riley be new Spider-Man because people are already out of commission.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, I'm presently unsure if I'll sort of like continue to collect the ASM because I think the storytelling has been all right from Nick Spencer. Even though it's not been sort of like enough that I'd want to share it on the channel, it's actually been nice as just something personal to enjoy outside of the channel. One thing that you probably saw recently too is that I reviewed, I think it was last week, it showed up on my channel.
Yeah.
The Moon Knight
review.
That was actually pretty good. I thought it would probably be crap. Hey! Good to see you coming. Feel free to jump in if you want to check the link in your DM. Be nice to have you join. If you've got time to do it, of course. So, be nice to have another Super Sons reader with us. And
Super Son, I did do a review of Superman Red and Blue, the Tom King story.
Yeah.
And damn it, like Tom King did a good Superman story, but it showed young John Kent. It drove me crazy that we can't young John Kent. But that was a great story, but what the fuck? But young John Kent's right there, and back. It drives me nuts that we can't young John Kent back. Even in Superman Red and Blue, it's a great Tom King story, surprisingly. But man, oh man, miss young John Kent anymore. God.
My goodness, I didn't expect Tom King to actually do a story on Superman in that. I'll probably be reading it when it turns up through the mail after my LCS. Send it out.
Oh yeah. I can show you like the actual panel. If you voice players, but just want to see it. I can show you.
Okay, let me know when it's ready.
Well, I'm ready.
Okay.
See? Ta-da!
Oh wow, that is nice.
Yeah, that's in my review. Like, it's such a great panel. It's very crazy to get like that's an adorable panel. Why do we have this back in the main universe? So frustrating.
I know. At the moment, I would rather be reading Super Sons than a lot of the stuff that's been out right now. Robin, it's been all right. I can put up with it. And it's also good to have something to share on the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude website.
Talking about Superman been good. Issue 1 been good. What have been your favorite YouTube comic review over the last few years that you have done? Good question.
Oh my goodness. That's a good question indeed. What? All right.
I think my favorite review I ever did with Superman Rebirth stuff.
Agreed. I loved the Superman Rebirth. And not only that, I also enjoyed when we actually covered it with Super Sons.
Yeah, that was great.
Super Sons Fortress of Attitude on the channel, and we got to also do that all together. And yes, it does come out of Rebirth, but it's definitely some of the best stuff that DC has done. Marvel-wise, I'm not too sure if I can think of anything good Marvel-wise that I've reviewed.
Marvel for me, maybe Spider-Girl. Spider series I reviewed years ago. Oh, I love that series. Granted, the card I reviewed Heroes Rising, I think. Maybe I can find an old review on my channel.
Actually, one comic that I did do on the channel that did really well was actually the Titans Burning Rage.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good, and I'm also looking forward to reading Titans United when it comes out. And if it turns out to be like the same quality as Titans Burning Rage, I'll definitely be promoting it on the channel.
I found it. Yeah. Yeah.
I totally understand that, Eric. I totally understand that, and it's a very fair point. Hey, good to see you, Ed Brewer. I'm glad you were able to make it.
Yeah. The other one of my favorite idea crossovers. Right, about Spider-Man Pocket, her dad, and all of them superheroes teaming at the fight beat Loki. Yeah, it's a fun story.
I must admit as well, I've also enjoyed reviewing some of the Matt Kint titles, and that includes the present Berserker, being done alongside with Keanu Reeves. And yes, I did say in one of my reviews is that I called out Keanu Reeves as a bit of a noob to comic writing.
Speak of new analogy, just drop at it today. Hang on.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Catwoman Hunted.
Yep, a new DC anime film. Here's the thing, this time going anime style.
It might do okay. It might do quite well.
I'm not all for that. The guy from more of the time, DC needs to go get back to doing anime stars. And damn it, we need to be anime stars. So I think this will work. Hopefully this succeeds. Maybe, maybe if we make a super anime film or something. I wish anime super nigga work, damn it. What make it happen, damn it? I'm waiting.
Well, if they go sort of like in the method of, say, I think it's the Teen Titans animated series that they did, but of course set for the character, set for the occasion, they might do really well with this. And I mean, they might do really well. But with a lot of the things that are happening right now with whether it's, I think it's DC movies, whether they're animated or not, a lot of it has been brought pretty much direct to DVD.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's also not seen the cinema for a long time. And I remember the last DC thing that I sort of saw in the cinema, especially animated wise, and that was no, I'm wrong. I'm just thinking to myself, I was going to say The Killing Joke, but it wasn't The Killing Joke. It was the Death of Superman and the other.
Reign of Superman. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. That was fun.
That I saw I ended up seeing that in cinema.
Same.
And
It was a double feature.
yep, that's exactly what I saw in the cinema, and that was amazing.
Yeah,
Watching that,
awesome.
even though in the first movie it did sort of like have the appearance of Damian Wayne in it, but I'm wondering if it might have actually been. It did look like Damian Wayne in it.
Yeah,
Don't get
it
me
was.
wrong, it did look, but I think they might have sort of stepped the mark there, because if you look at the story of the death of Superman, yeah, we know for a fact that Damian Wayne wasn't in the picture, but seeing that this is a part of the DC animated universe, it can be included in that way, in that shape or form.
Yep.
Minus.
Tomas actually wrote the double Superman anime movie.
Yes, he did, and that was fantastic the way that was done.
I would say Lane, but I think Lane could have used his touch. But for what we did get, it was a good story. Granted, that was Dark Side stuff was super weird to me, but whatever. It was fine. The Apocalypse War, holy shit, that was insanely and dark and fucked up, but very awesome and great ending to the universe.
The Apocalypse?
One ended by one rebirth, but fuck it. Then it was the end with a bang.
The Apocalypse one was actually quite interesting because even though there was sort of something that was in the comics, sort of like seen through the Batman and Robin New 52 storyline by Peter J. Tomasi, it was really sort of nice to see what happened there because it sort of fulfilled something that was in that storyline, but in the animated universe. And even though you do get some people who didn't like, for any particular reason, what happened to Damien in it. And that's understandable too, because you do see Damien sort of like go down a road to which he tried to do something to bring back his closest friend, who's also an adoptive brother, Dick Grayson, and that sort of like tells you how much he really cared about Dick Grayson, the first Robin, and that's absolutely amazing in that. Then we move into sort of like what happens as things draw up to the scene, and it's when they like finally go back to Apocalypse and they have the war, and then you see Damien actually give up his life to save his father, and it's sort of like, and it was that very instant that it sort of like played a part in him saving the DC universe. Like, even though some people don't actually see it, might not take it as that, but those who have read the comics like ourselves, there was actually a particular prophecy that came up.
Yep.
And I felt that sort of actually closed that prophecy up. Like, we got to see the fulfillment of that in this particular story. Yes, even though the Flash ended up doing something at the end, but it was really good. I really liked what they did. Yeah, okay. In the animated, I think it really worked well with sort of like putting Damien and Raven together, because they never really forced the issue, but they sort of like gave small hints as to sort of like showing growth between with their relationship. But when it comes to the comics, it's completely different. And now the next new thing that DC wants to bring on us is Flatline and Robin. Oh my goodness. in the latest solicits, and that's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out. Also, in my upcoming videos this week, I've got a solicitation station coming out on the weekend, so stay prepared for that.
What I do, my shooting videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then also upcoming week, Fool's Gold, Justice League, and Future State Gotham, Crime Syndicate. Back to some indie comics, Wind versus Fight Girls, more Batman 111 and 1041, revisiting Challenge of the Super Sons, which always comes out in Australia on our Friday.
Well, I gotta go. See you, man. I gotta go. See you, man.
Okay. Okay. Take care. Thanks for turning up. How do you feel about the character Flatline? At the moment, she feels very generic, but she's not had enough time to sort of like be fleshed out. And I know that we're meant to be getting some more fleshing out of the character in the upcoming annual. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I don't think they should be shipping the character with Damien. Like, I don't mind if they were to do it for, say, a troll to those who like to ship that particular character with Damien. Okay, do it for the troll's sake. But if you really want to do something, how about you bring into the picture like some of the other characters that Damien actually knows in his own personal journey. Like, what's happening with Maya Ducard? Don't you think that she too is also important to Damien's character? Like, she's one of the bloody reasons why he woke up to seeing that R that he wears is also for redemption in the Patrick Gleason run. And I really enjoy the Patrick Gleason run, which was called Robin, Son of Batman. Loved and enjoyed both volumes. Even JT Kroll worked a little bit on the second volume. And I've also got one of JT Kroll's Teen Titans trade paperbacks. And it's got to do with Damien actually temporarily taking over the Titans whilst Tim Drake is away, or Tim Drake isn't present. And it's quite an interesting story. I'll probably end up covering it one time in a Vault review, but before I do, I've got a whole lot of trade paperbacks to catch up with before I start to reach that Vault review. So that lets you know I've got a bit of a trade paperback or graphic novel backlog, as well as manga backlog, and any comics that are presently backlog at the moment that I need to catch up with. A lot of the time on the channel has presently been spent on like making sure I get out. Do you have Free Comic Book Day in Australia? Yes, we did actually have it in Australia, but for some of the places here in Australia, the Free Comic Book Day, especially the LCS that I go to get my comics or get my comics sent from, it had to be a stay away comic book day because of the crazy restrictions, care of lockdown because of a phantom virus. And we're still able to have it here. I have had some things sort of like being sent out in connection to it. And that was in like the last free comic book day lockdown. This year's one, I sort of chose not to participate in it. I thought I might give it a rest this year, but I'll see what's happening. And nice thing this week as well with what happened in the past week with the free comic book day. Oh, hello! We've got a couple of people who have made it to the stream. Thank you, Brightest Day, for making it here. And thank you very much. And a big thanks to Extreme Movie Show. And keep up the good work also on your channel too. And that goes to all of you. So, yes, with free comic book day, what was it? The LCS that I get my comics from, instead of sort of like getting 10% off this week past, they made it 15% off. And I sort of like found out, oh, okay, they made these changes a little bit last minute because of a lot of the stuff that's going through them is... Okay, will do, Brightest Day, will do. So they end up realizing that they made a mistake. And you know what? I appreciate their honesty because they're going to be fixing things up with my next comic haul that comes out. And you might have missed out earlier because of some of the things that I'll be getting in my upcoming comic haul this week will be some of the DC titles. Shazam issue 2 I will be checking out, but I have requested issue 1 because I've not read the first. So I'll be getting both the first and the second issue. And that's of the new writer who's presently covering it. I have heard that the first issue was all right, and that I've got Comic Boom to thank for. I'm not too sure if he's still present in the chat or not. So I was a little bit unsure if it was going to be enjoyable or not. And with seeing the second issue come out, it is quite interesting to see how this story will continue. I think there's only 2 more issues to the run as well. I could be wrong on that. It might be 6. Or not 6, another 4 more issues. So it's either 4 issues or 6 issues in the overall miniseries of it. All right. Well, I might just do something. Something I haven't checked out is what does... All right. Go to here. Now, I know I've got a solicitation station stream happening this week, but it's only covering DC, the latest DC, and this is just going through some of the stuff that's coming through Viz Media or the Shonen Jump. So Black Clover, I've got Demon Slayer. I've heard is a really good series. So if you're really interested in checking out something of interest, that is something of interest. We've got Demon Slayer, already got that. Haikyuu, its last volume. I know of a few channels that actually follow this particular manga. We've got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kaze Hikaru, Snow White with the red hair. Now, this is a series I wouldn't mind picking up, but I haven't even bothered to check out the first volume yet. We've got Promised Neverland, latest volume of that turned up in the mail. We Never Learn, Call of the Night, Full Metal Alchemist. To those who enjoy Full Metal Alchemist, Komi Can't Communicate, which does actually have an anime coming out this year. Persona, some more Pokemon, Radiant, Star Wars, Assassin's Creed, Golden Kamui, Censor by Junji Ito, for those who enjoy a little bit of horror in their stories. And that's pretty much all. Moving into September, we've got latest volume of Boruto, Dr. Stone. Those who are enjoying the Dragon Ball manga. What else? My Hero Academia. And I think this might be covering... I might be incorrect. I think this might be covering what Bakugo is presently doing in the My Hero Academia run at the moment. I might be wrong. To which his character has really grown. To being to a character that was a complete friggin' jerk to Izuku Midoriya, to being someone that's now sort of like learned from the wrongs in his own ways, and in technicality has really redeemed his character. Of course, Fist of the North Star, I can't wait until that turns up in the mail for me. Hell's Paradise, I think this is only going as far as volume, I think 15. So it's not going to be long until this series actually finishes. And just a couple of others. I've heard Way of the House Husband is quite all right. Jump into October. We've got the Demon Slayer, a complete box set. Latest volume of Blue Exorcist. One of my favorite series, Blue Exorcist, in the manga. Some people like it, other people don't. And that's understandable. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And I'm not going to force you to like it. Jujutsu Kaisen, Moriarty the Patriot. I still need to make a start on the first volume. My Hero Academia, School Briefs. Now, these are just light novel stories that are covering some of the things that are happening within the My Hero Academia universe. One Punch Man, Volume 23. More We Never Learn. I must admit, they have some beautiful covers. Case Closed. In fact, I've got a review covering Case Closed happening soon. And yes, it is a subscriber request. And I'm looking forward to completing my next subscriber request, which is going to be a little while until I reach it. It won't be until I finish reading the Death of Superman trade paperback run. And I must admit, that story, oh my goodness, it does sort of hit you in the feels as to what happens in it. For what it was in its day, I can understand why some people enjoy it, but also why some people don't enjoy it. And it's just sort of those, be careful how you take it. But I'll be able to let you know my overall rating for it when I cover my latest graphic novels that I have recently read through video. And that might, I think I'm not too far away from completing it. Of course, for November, my birth month, we've got Black Clover, Volume 27, Dr. Stone. Personally, I've been enjoying the Black Clover manga over the anime for quite a while. Then there's Dr. Stone. This has been really good. Mashley. Ooh. Now, this is something I'll definitely get. My Hero Academia Ultra Analysis official character book. That I'm going to have to let my LCS know about. Because I know I collect vigilantes, but it looks like I'm going to have to inform them in relation to this. Maybe something I can do after the live stream. What else is here? Is there anything else here that I'm reading or not? Or something that I might want to pick up to read? Morehouse Paradise, Children of the Whales. I think that's a part of the signature, the Viz signature. House Paradise, Volume 11. I think that's pretty much all. Well, I'd like to thank all who made it to the stream. I am also looking for some ideas of what I could do when I start to reach 250 subscribers. So around the 250 to 255 subs. Like, is there anything that you'd like me to maybe personally review at that sub at that sub count? I don't care if it's a manga, I don't care if it's a comic, I don't care if it's an anime, maybe even a TV series that you might like me to review, to check out. And I'm up for suggestions, and I'll be needing some suggestions for even 300 subs. But until I reach that, feel free to drop any suggestions in the discussion area of my channel. You'll see the area in itself where I do actually talk about it. So a big thanks to all of those who managed to make it to this live stream. I couldn't have done it without you. That includes a big thanks to the Fandom Collective. I want to give a thanks to them as well, because they too have also helped bring in some subscribers to the channel. I did actually try to invite one of the members to see if they would be interested in joining, but it looks like that might have to have it happen at another date. So until then, maybe even some ideas. If you'd like to see me start to do more live streams throughout the week, I'm open to that. But there has been some repair work, or there is some repair work that will be happening here at the house. So I'm not too sure how it will interfere with that. But when that repair work is finished, I should pretty much be free to do maybe more live streams, and I'll see what happens. Big thanks to everyone who managed to make it to the channel. Starting off with Lord. I don't know if you're still here. Wookiee Lives Matter. Eric Breen, thank you for turning up. Inks Manga, thank you for turning up. Comic Boom, thank you for turning up. Eric Breen, thank you for turning up. Brightest Day, thank you for turning up. Oh, Lord is still here. I almost thought you'd left. Well, I think I'm starting to reach the end of this live stream, and it's really nice to have whoever turned up. And it was also nice to answer some questions as well, and also be able to share something from another website that I also do put content on. And yes, it is a little bit more, it does talk a little bit more about politics, even though personally I do not trust any government. That's just personal though. And you know what? If it's one thing that doing a YouTube channel like this, it proves that you can have a disability. It doesn't matter what your disability is. And I know for myself, I am personally on the autism spectrum. But it's not about that. It proves that, yes, even people like myself can actually put content out there that people want to enjoy. Yes, I have things that cover things I don't like in storytelling, and I'm not afraid to say it. And that's why, in regards to, say, the area of Rainbow Press and comics, that's why I have it as Let's Keep It Colorful. Why? Because I want to be open, and not just me to be open, but also those who also put their articles or posts or even their video reviews on a certain topic. And I don't care about your bloody political background. I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. That's your own private life. And nor should that private life be interfered with others. And there's a reason why people do enjoy their personal privacy in regards to things. Yeah, some people are happy to be open and out. That's their choice too. But through this, I've seen many things in the views go high, low. One thing on the channel that I didn't expect to get a lot of views from, and surprisingly on the channel, it did actually get a lot of views, and that was on the Demon Slayer Mugen Train. And that really surprised me, because when I did that literal first anime review or anime movie review on the channel, I didn't expect it to get as many views as it did. And that sort of gave me the bit of what's the word I'm looking for, that little spark that maybe I might want to try this with other anime that I've been watching. And through that, I've had the anime reviews go up for SSS, or 4S's Diner Xenon. And I must admit, watching through Diner Xenon was very interesting. Before that, I had seen the 4S Gridman, and I really enjoyed the 4S Gridman, and I thought it was a beautiful work of art. I enjoyed the way how they brought the story in that. and I felt like it flowed really well. But when they sort of like brought out the sequel to Dino Xenon, one thing that they sort of weren't clear about, because at start it sort of felt like it was a part of the same world of the first one, but not realizing or bringing across that this is actually sort of like a part of the Gridman universe. Like, this is like a alternate universe in the Gridman universe, and it wasn't very clear on that. And that's where I was slightly disappointed. But it was interesting in sort of like seeing the development of the characters, and where the story excelled was actually with the key characters that were in the story. Where it failed was where it was trying to bring in the big bad villain. And that's where I felt it slipped the most. Where in the first one for 4S Gridman, you got to see who the villain was quite early in the story, say about midway. So it gave you, okay, this person is the key villain. But when it moved to this one, it really changed a lot. And I didn't expect that change. So when that review went up, that actually got quite a number of views, and I'm thankful to those who did actually watch it. Then after that, I covered the Pretty Boy Detectives Club. And that is an absolute funny series. It's not quite like Run High School Host Club. If anything, it's completely different. But I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the story, and after I decided to pick up the manga through my LCS for it. After that, the next review that went up was on Eden Zero. And my goodness, and being honest here, I am a noob to Hiro Mashima. Right, as I brought up earlier, that I see Keanu Reeves as a bit of a noob to comic storytelling. Okay, in regards to Hiro Mashima, I'm the noob, and I'm not afraid to say it. I am the noob. But you know what? I enjoyed the episodes. I enjoyed the series. And I really felt like I got a lot out of it, even though I haven't started reading the manga yet. And by what I'm seeing, and also seeing in regards to sort of like some groups that I follow on Facebook, I'm not going to give away my name on Facebook, but it looks like the series is actually following the Eden Zero manga panel to manga panel, plus whatever else it needs to put in between. And surprisingly, that has actually gotten quite a lot of views. I think last I looked, it had around 30 plus views, and that actually says a lot. So this might actually be a new place for me to start expanding on the channel, because I know I don't normally give like audio reviews of things that of anime that I normally watch. To those who have been following the channel, I've actually been sharing a lot of my anime reviews connected via the Rainbow Press and Comics website. And yes, that's all good to do. But sometimes when you don't have the words to write or don't know how to vocalize, or when you don't know how to put down the words in a review, I am learning that, okay, with things like this, with some things like this, they do need to be vocalized. So it's actually helping me in my learning experience. And I appreciate that. And I'm thankful for both the manga and also anime community too for their part as well. So big thanks to them, including Rex the Hero. I'm going to give a bit of a shout out to Rex the Hero because he also reviews a lot of Eden Zero on his channel. That plus other Hiro Mashima works, including Fairy Tail. I think he's done Seven Deadly Sins. Then there's the Heroes. Oh, what else? He covers Black Clover and a couple of others that I can't quite remember right now. Now, my latest anime review was actually Shaman King. And on top of that, I have also been reading through the Shaman King manga. And I have been enjoying it, like literally enjoying it. In fact, recently I finished the latest volume of the Shaman King Omnibus, which I presently had available, which is volume 3. And that will probably be covered in a video covering some of my bigger manga titles that I've recently read through. So that's going to be interesting when that comes about. Because after that, I've started getting back into reading some Vinland Saga. And I must admit, Vinland Saga is incredible. I love the manga. I want to collect more of that manga. But before I do, I've got other manga which is around the same size that I got to read through first. Yes, I got to read the next 2 volumes of that Vinland Saga manga, which is volumes 2 and volume 3. And I have really enjoyed seeing Thorfinn's growth. I've also enjoyed seeing what's happening with him and Thorkell. Is it Thorkell? I think it is. Then there's Askeladd, who he's really got a bit of a bloodlust for because of the crap that he did to his old man. And that's completely understandable for the character. Yes, he's made mistakes, but he also learns from them too. And that's really good as well. It's nice to see characters that learn from their mistakes instead of seeing characters that don't learn from their mistakes. And this is one of the reasons why the comic industry is actually failing in some of its areas. Not all of its areas, but some of its areas. It's not giving us characters that learn from their mistakes. You can even see that with some of the comic movies. Not all of them, but some of them. Like, by what I heard about the Captain Marvel movie through Marvel, she's a character who didn't learn from her mistakes. And yet she was treated like a princess. Sorry. I think Leah is more of a princess than what she is. All right, some other things that I've got coming this week in my scheduled vids. Of course, I brought up Challenge of the Super Sons, the Batman 89 and Pennyworth issue 1. And surprisingly, I had to read through Batman 89 a second time, but I can't give my review or rating of it right now. You'll have to see it when it goes up. Pennyworth, there were some things I did like in it, but there were some areas to which it jumped around a bit when it really didn't give time for the reader to sort of like catch up with what was happening. But you'll see that when the review goes up. Well, I think it's time for me to start to end this broadcast. A big thanks to all those who made it here. I'm not too sure who's still here or not. And as from now on, I'm now on the road to 250 subscribers. And do stay tuned for the Reborn review, which is or the Reborn manga review, which covers volumes 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm still a little bit unsure as to how to bring them out. I am looking for suggestions. So if you happen to watch this stream after this stream is happening, I did happen to mention a couple of suggestions. I could probably, like when it's all complete, I could put them all out in one day, like the first part, the second part, and the third part, or I could do them on 3 separate days, but they will be shown as premieres. In regards to the side of things to Rainbow Press and Comics, let's keep it colorful. In regards to things in relation to the Super Sons, see you again at the Super Sons, Fortress of Attitude. And hopefully this time around, I might be able to start maybe covering some news that might be shared on the Joker's Wild on the channel. I'll see how that goes. Until then, let's keep it colorful and have yourself an awesome day.